All right, it is
Glad you find this stuff
5:15,
online.
March 3rd, 2026. I will call the meeting to order. Ashley, you want to do roll call, please?
Kelly,
Here.
Peterson,
Here.
Lindbergh,
Here.
Nippert,
Here.
Shaven,
Here.
Kroger.
Here.
Thank you.
We've all got the agenda. I don't think there's any changes.
Nope.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Nippert, second by
Lindbergh.
Lindbergh. Oh, yeah, that guy.
Roll call Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Lindbergh,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger.
Aye.
Thank you.
Any conflicts, anything on the agenda now, or they pop into your head along the way? Under the consent agenda, this is all one motion, one roll call. We have minutes of the February 17th council meeting. Claims list 1357 in the amount of $134,995.52. Anything on there as far as the larger ones? Anybody? Concerns?
Questions answered.
Okay. Renewal application, City of Harlan doing business at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium for a Class C retail alcohol license. New application for GIPH Restaurants LLC doing business at Pizza Hut of Harlan's special Class C retail alcohol license. Renewal application Vismart Inc. doing business as Mi Casa, Class C retail alcohol license. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
Real quick before I do a motion, I actually have a question for you. Actually going back to the claims. On particular, I'm just curious on, I see a couple we're doing reimbursements, primarily for an individual, like the fire department for lodging. Is that not set up on like a city card?
They did not have their city card with them.
Okay, so they paid for it and then,
Yep.
is that, so it's a standard that the city would set that
Normally,
ahead of time? Okay.
yeah,
I
it
just
would
wanna
be on
make
the
sure
city
that
credit
we
card,
weren't
but
relying on- Okay.
they didn't have it with them, so.
Just one curious
Yep.
about that. Thank you. Sorry.
Nope, that's good.
I'd move to approve consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Kroger, second by Peterson.
Roll call Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Lindbergh,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger.
Aye.
Thank you.
Then this time and place, public hearing regarding proposed acoustic enhancement project at the Harlan Veterans Memorial Auditorium. Is there a motion to open the hearing?
Motion.
Second.
What do you want to be?
Second.
Kroger, motion, second by Shaven.
Roll call Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Lindbergh,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger.
Aye.
Thank you.
I'm guessing is that,
You had any verbal or written
No?
comments? Kelly, good?
No, I don't have any comments unless you have questions.
Just get it done by next weekend.
Yeah.
doesn't say that?
Under construction, that's my new home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Outdoor life, real life.
When can we obtain the blueprints?
Huh?
When can we obtain the blueprints for it?
I think, doesn't it open
Open?
March
The
3rd?
notice to bidders
17th.
went to the paper last week,
Yep, this week.
but I can send it to you.
Yeah. It wasn't in the notice of the hearing. When it would be available.
Wasn't a prior meeting, we had the blueprint and stuff yet.
All right.
Anything else? Motion to close the hearing.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Lindbergh, second by Peterson.
Roll call Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Lindbergh,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger.
Aye.
Thank you.
And then we have Resolution 2635, approving the proposed plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimated costs for the acoustic enhancement project at the Harlan Veterans Memorial Auditorium. Is there a motion to approve Resolution 2635?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Peterson, second by Nippert.
Roll call Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Lindbergh,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger.
Aye.
Thank you.
Under other business, we need to receive and file the minutes from the February 17th, 26 Personnel and Finance Committee meeting.
Motion.
Second?
Motion by Lindberg, second by Kroger.
Roll call, Kelly.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Lindberg.
Aye.
Nipper.
Aye.
Shaven.
Aye.
Kroger.
Aye.
Thank you.
Out of that meeting and those minutes, we need to review and approve the recommendation to approve the MOU between the City of Harlan and AFSCME Council 61 Local 1014 requesting a $2 increase for streets and parks employees pending union approval.
Quite a lengthy discussion on that one in our last personnel and finance meeting. I guess the only question I have is on the MOU aspect. Wasn't that tabled to a later time, or was it just the motion that we're gonna go through with the $2 an hour increase pending?
I think to go
The
to
MOU
$2.
was approved or recommended to council, but the tentative agreement was
Oh, that's right.
tabled.
Tentative agreement is the one
Okay.
that's back to their territory.
That's what I was thinking,
review.
the second portion of it. All right, my apologies on that then.
Because the MOU,
Yeah. That's what the.
who has control of the contract and stuff like that.
As far as.
The MOU is just for the increase, but
Increase just for the
then,
street.
That's the
Because you're making a
adjustment.
change
Yeah.
before the contract's over.
Which the contract is technically good until June 30th of this year, correct?
My only suggestion would be, and I don't know if anybody else would be on board with this or not, but to approve it with the stipulation that in the future, when they want to bring things up to comparables, they just do it at the end of the contract before the budget is set.
Correct.
Because we've had to meet like 2 or 3 times on this because the different groups have come to us. And I think they deserve it, but I would like to have that process in place, that it's just done at the end, but before the budget year.
So we're prepared to know.
Correct, that makes more sense.
Right.
Instead of a snowball effect where one comes in and it's just a trickle, because she is right, we've had quite a bit of meetings on this, so.
Is that something we would have to, that'd be a separate deal though?
No.
put
No.
that into
I
it.
mean,
that
it's
would just be part of the motion.
Just part of the motion. Was that anything that we have to do with the union?
If you guys approve it, Jarvis will sign it and it'll get sent to the union for their
And then-
approval.
So they
We
can
can-
approve or deny that stipulation too? If they want.
And we can have a separate agreement that any discussion on salary and pay, whatever, it can be only between the budget time, and we can set up a time frame.
Mhm.
And then we can have that in writing, so nobody can come in between and request that. So
Okay.
I can draft something and have the council sign it. So
When
that
you're
won't
approving
affect-
it, but with the stipulation that moving forward,
Yeah.
Right.
There'll just be more of a
There'll-
process in place so that it's
Yeah.
not,
And this is retroing back to February 8th.
because that's when we did
So that-
negotiations.
Okay, so that retro pay for that time frame, because that pay period already passed, I'm assuming?
Mhm.
That'd be- Okay.
So is that a separate check or combined
It'll
with the
be
payroll?
included.
You just have to make sure the tax is part of it.
So I was gonna say, I've had a few reach out wanting it to be a separate check due to
Because I
taxes.
think if you put the lump sum in there, it could
Mhm.
affect the tax.
It's like $160.
They don't
and
care.
after all, and
They want
after
it?
this, everybody in the union should be brought up to comparables from the study that you saw.
Yes.
So the next contract year, it should, if it's, I think, are they proposing a 3-year contract? By year 3, they should have, it should stay pretty even since they've been brought up now.
Everybody
Also
should be current. I mean, we shouldn't have to
Yeah.
be readdressing this anytime too
Well,
soon.
we can listen to them, but we don't have to do anything until the contract's up,
Right,
you
right.
know, so I don't think
Is
we
that
need any
disagreement or-
money.
I see a personnel and finance committee meeting soon.
And another thing I want to put in consideration is the department heads are not in a union, so they can do the negotiate separately.
Right.
The
So we just have
superintendents,
to make sure, yeah, just that negotiation within that time period of the budget.
yeah, because the superintendents aren't union eligible.
They're not
correct?
union eligible. So their negotiation is separate from the union, so they can come in at any time of request, but we can decide those changes has to be between that budget period.
Yeah, and it would be nice to put that in a process too, just so
Yes.
that everybody knows, so that the employees know and everybody on council knows too how that process would work. That way, we don't hear that, well, we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
It's
we,
just everybody's on the same page.
Well, you're still gonna hear that from someone,
as
but
far
But at
as,
least we have
I
it in our
understand.
minutes.
understood, yep.
in superintendents, when they present, like if it's for them and themselves, wouldn't that be done at budget time in reference?
It has to
when
be
they
the
would-
budget
Yeah,
time.
when they would ask for it, correct.
And that's when it was done, I believe, when Roger
Last
and
year.
Ashley and the
Ashley.
office staff did it. They did it before budget. Am I correct, or am I misspeaking?
No,
Yeah, uniform would be great. I mean, instead of having all these, no offense, I don't mind meetings, but there's been a lot of meetings in PNF lately in reference to a lot of this, so.
So this would kind of streamline that and be done, so draft something, send to you guys for review and look at it, and I'll send to the attorney also to look at it and say, hey, the language is fine, and then we can go ahead and implement that, have it in writing, and to eliminate any future issues.
I still think we need to run 2 payrolls for that,
okay.
I'll highly recommend to do
just
that.
for morale purposes, with everything else we've been doing, so.
You could just do a second check.
Second check, yeah.
Second check.
Okay, anything else?
No, I agree with you on that, Jenny, so if you want to so motion, did you get the wording down?
I will motion to approve the MOU with the stipulation that any other bringing up to wage comparables would be brought up at the end of the contract year, but before the budget is finalized.
I will second that motion.
Motion by Kelly, second by Lindberg.
Roll call, Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nipper,
Aye.
Shaven, Kroger.
Aye.
Thank you.
Review and approve the hepatitis B vaccine for eligible city employees.
So,
Quite a few emails back and forth on this one. Looked like
yes,
it's
that's
attached to
correct.
us. Well, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that
Well, it's good.
confirmation from the insurance company that will be covered, and they say based on CDC and ACA, which CDC is the Center for Diseases Control and Affordable Care Act, as long as those employees fit in that category, they'll be fine, plus they need to go to their network,
And network provider.
yeah, provider network, and they'll be fine after that, so I got a confirmation, so it's fine.
Very good.
And there's not an issue of not offering it upon hire.
No, not
Waiting
you can-
until-
Yeah, you can get it anytime.
You can wait
You
to
can-
offer it
Yeah.
months after.
Yeah. But
We
the-
just always offer ours upon hire, then we don't have to remember to try to do it later, and then if they don't take our insurance.
Yeah, the future practice will be the time of hiring. We'll have that in place and offer that, but if they say no at that time, later on decided to do it, they still have that option, so.
Yeah, and I think it's a discounted rate through occupational health
Yeah.
rather than through insurance. So either way, you're paying for it, it's just whether on the insurance side or writing a separate check.
Well, apparently we used to offer it and then it went away and nobody knows why.
Yeah, Tim Miller brought it to my attention that it used to be available for city employees, and it was taken away a few years ago, so.
I'm guessing it was probably taken away when insurance started covering those as preventative, but if everybody's not on, I don't know if it's preventative on everybody's insurance plan or just certain ones.
I would assume so. I
It's
guess I don't
preventative
know.
for everyone's
Yeah.
insurance.
So
As
no
long
matter
as
what
it's
they have,
insurance.
they should,
I don't know that they could distinguish that.
yeah.
Yes, I think it's for everyone. It's
Right.
preventative for everyone.
It's kind of the same as like the flu shot. We always used to offer the flu shot and then pay out of pocket, but then when it was covered, then we just started, we would run it under their insurance.
So basically,
That's just my guess.
we're just approving the fact that they can get it again at the expense of the city. It's
If
not-
they don't
it's not a
have
mandate
car
thing.
insurance,
You
the
have to have
city
our
would
insurance.
cover it.
Okay, I just want to make sure there
But
wasn't
their
a
own
mandate.
insurance should cover it if it's,
Just
If
for
it's
city employees.
preventive.
yeah.
Okay. I will still make that motion then, Mayor.
Okay.
Second?
Motion by Lindberg, second by Kroger.
Roll call, Kelly,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nipper,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger.
Aye.
Thank you.
Jarvis, City Administrator's Report.
All right. On February 18th, I attended the Shelby County Chamber of Commerce Board meeting. We updated the director job description, and we did a revised employee agreement. The job now is posted on the Facebook page, and it's also on Shelby County Chamber Board website too. We received a few applicants from people around the community and outside the community. We have an interview scheduled for tomorrow, and we're still searching for candidates. So if somebody's interested in applying for the position, it's on the Shelby County Chamber website.
How long is that open then, Jarvis? Is it a date on there? Is it?
They didn't set up a cutoff time until we have good candidates in there, and then we can go ahead and update the date,
Okay.
ending date. I attended the HHPC meeting and reviewed the grant application. More people applied this year compared to last year. Last year we had 3 applicants. This time we have 9 applications, so it's a good thing too. We have more people applying for this. So on February 24th, I attended a hotel motel meeting, reviewed the grant program guidelines, made some updates and revised the bylaws. And I also met with HMS Hub. It's a Harrison, Monona, and Shelby County hub to discuss behavioral health and disability navigation with the focus of housing and food security. And then February 25th, I attended the cybersecurity training session at Martu Hospital. It was conducted by Austin Staley and Alex Londo with the county. The training includes simulation exercises that illustrate real-life business risk. So we had a game, like you open a business and real-life business, and you have options to purchase insurance and, good database or website, and just going out there with hackers, and we just play the game, and it was a really good game. It was good attendance too. And February 26th, I had a HMU board meeting, and then the 27th, I had a out-of-town Rockbride meeting in Des Moines. The city received a $50,000 check, and we went over a charter program, campground, housing, vehicle parking registration. We also reviewed the Rockbride portal, and they recommended giving portal access to all executive committees members so they can be able to update their part of the group and stuff. So, and then today I had a Shelby County Board of Supervisor meeting. When a birthday for March is Tim Miller, and I think Sharon Kroger too.
Yes, that is correct.
Yep, that's all I have.
As long as you're not sharing age, I'm good.
On the RegBrite check, it doesn't go into the city fund. There was a separate account created
Yes.
for RegBrite at the bank, correct?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. So that will go to Shelby County State Bank, and then all the expenses that we have will be coming from that account. We're not going to put it in the general, so we're separating that.
Is that new or is this existing from last time?
It's a new one.
It's a new one, yeah. And any leftover, those proceeds, they can be used on any nonprofit organization, or if the city wants to keep it for other projects and stuff, we can utilize those funds. So hopefully there's something left after.
Hopefully you at least break even.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be a busy week.
Yeah.
There's no overdraft policy, so we know you break even, done.
Good motto. Anything for Jarvis? Okay, thanks, Jarvis. I guess under my report, I would say I attended the same gathering in Des Moines with our quite a few folks. I think we had the most representation there. I mean, as far as the Harlan people, I don't know if that means it's been 13 years since we've been there and they've come to see us or not, but I think we're all lots of ears and eyes figuring out what's going on. It was very informative. I think the 2-3 hours we spent listening to the other towns from last year that had it gives us a lot of encouragement that it's doable and we'll survive. And none of them said anything about having a silver dollar race 3 days before the event. But and then yesterday they were back. Ragbri was in town again and spent 2-3 hours, whatever it was, traveling around our great city looking for green space and figuring out where we're going to put 25,000 people in a tent. So it's amazing how many spots we have, and but it's amazing how many hilly spots we have that for some reason people don't want to sleep in a tent at a 90-degree angle. So but these folks, they've got a plan and very organized, very helpful with what they're trying to help us do to get ready for them coming. So, but great representation there again yesterday. And people were very impressed with the people that showed up, people that can make the decisions and help with sewer lines and water lines and where things could go, because these people bring their own shower equipment sometimes. That 2 or 3 of these groups are, one group's 1,500 people strong that they call them charters. There's 37 charters that people that call and organize, and then they call Ragbri and let them know when they're coming and how many they're bringing, and they know how many gallons of water it takes to take a shower. They know how many showers they averaged last year. They know lots of things. They keep track of a lot of things to help prepare, to get ready for this. So, and they're
also
coming back every 2 weeks.
Yeah. to add into that, we're still looking for additional volunteers too.
Yep.
You know, so
Yep.
if
That
somebody
list
out
will
there in
never
the
stop.
community,
I'm
yeah.
hoping that we just keep adding on.
Yeah.
There was one town said they said they had 200 volunteers,
Yes.
which was sounded like a pretty good number.
Got a good back row back there.
I know,
That's
there's-
why they came here tonight.
3 plus the guy with the badge on. So yeah. But no, it seems overwhelming. But it's one of those things that we've got a lot of people involved in it already, and good people that are going to help make some great decisions on how to make it happen. So.
Have we posted that, like a volunteer sign up?
No,
Not yet.
no.
Okay.
I think, there's different things, different marks we have to hit per month. Each month is, because like they don't even want, like these charter groups, there's 37 of them, they're not even allowed to reach out to anybody in the community, churches and stuff, to say, hey, we want to rent your space, whatever they want to do, until April 1st, which there's already, and they talked a lot about that because they want to keep it organized that it helps them, helps us, helps each city, knowing that there's not 5 groups that already called and said, I got a group of 50 and I want this space. Well, that group probably could handle 100 or 150, but you've already given it to someone that, so they're trying to make it work, put all the pieces together for the puzzle, for where to put everybody and keep everybody happy. And if you need to shower, you don't need to shower, how close do you want to be to the food and the entertainment and all that. So that's what yesterday kind of putting the physical map together with. They've got a pretty good, and we really encourage people to register. That's a big part of this is sign up. They said it was like $240 for a week of vacation in Iowa, which they give you a lot. They help you make this week. If you like riding a bike and sleeping in a tent, this is a great place to do it. And we're just lucky enough Harlan's one of the stops. So, but yeah, and then I think April 1st is that, and then the teams can't really reach out until May 1st. And they haven't announced the route. They've just announced the overnights, which is what we are, but they haven't announced how they're going to get here from Ottawa yet. So they're still working on that. They're talking to those communities, I think, but they haven't put that out there to the public. They didn't tell us, even yesterday, on how they're coming. You can guess maybe, but I didn't sound like I guessed and I was wrong. So I don't know. They didn't, and I think they know, but they're not going to tell us, which is fine.
And they did say with the volunteers too, that most people won't volunteer till July anyway.
Yeah.
And they said it makes all the towns nervous,
Yeah.
but that's just the way.
Usually it's that
goes.
last
People
week or
will
2 or
wait.
3 before the event shows up to, oh yeah, I'll help, and which is great, but it would be helpful to have a list way before then.
Weekend.
But we also have, there's a big group coming in 3 days before, which I know there are a lot of volunteers involved in that too. So, and there's also a fair a week before that. So there's just a lot going on in July in Harlan, which is a great problem to have. But we're going to be happy to come July 20th, and they'll all be gone. And it'll look just like it looks right now. I remember that last time. I was here 13 years. I wasn't doing this, but I remember that morning, that Monday morning, getting up to want to go see it, and they were all leaving. But by 9, 10 o'clock, our city looked like the city of Harlan again. It was amazing how many people came and went, and it wasn't, as far as I know, there wasn't anything destroyed. It all looked pretty, it was probably cleaner than what it was before they got here. So they are very respectful of what they're doing. They're on vacation. They're paying to be here and all that, so they're very respectful of where they get to stay and sleep and eat and partake in and they want to see just the simplest things. They don't want, over-the-top kind of events and stuff. They want homemade stuff. There'll be, food vendors that come with them and stuff, but they want that spaghetti dinner. They want the pie, and we make fun of it. That's what they want, because these people come from 50 states and 20 countries and travel with this group coming across our state. So we may think it's not a big deal, the stuff we do every day and every week here, but that's what they want. They just want to be a part of us and listen to our stories about why do we live here? Why do you call this place home? And if it's a simple thing because it's just comfortable, that's what they want to hear, and they want to understand, why we do what we do. And hopefully we could pick up maybe a family or two that wants to stay, not go to Guthrie Center and just pull up their roots and move to Harlan. Because they're going to Guthrie from here.
Trading bikes for a mortgage.
Yeah, exactly. So that's really all I got about just it's a big event, and so far so good. So.
Very structured process.
It is.
Provide
It
for
is.
the time, right?
We just need to listen and make sure we're doing what we're told, and that's the group that took over 5 years ago. And I call it, I didn't bring it along, but it's the Ragbri Bible. It's page by page by page. Each section is laid out by, in charge of this section or whatever it was, and that's what they keep coming back every couple of weeks. They don't talk about everything. They talk about certain things, and they know they're doing it. They're not trying to overwhelm us. They're trying to help us, because they want us to be happy. They want the people in our community to be happy, and they want their people that are, going to show up, the 25,000 strong or whatever it's going to be. They want them to be happy. So I'm amazed. We think we're overwhelmed. I can't imagine doing what they're doing. I mean, they're doing this with 7 communities, and we're just a small piece of that. But they're all in as far as what they're doing. So.
And if we know something, we'll share that with the community too. So
Yeah.
each time we meet with them, this new stuff will come up, and we'll be able to share that on the Facebook page.
Yep.
But sometimes
Because there will be
people
street
wanna know everything.
closings,
Yeah.
there will be some things that are going to make things. We're lucky enough. I thought about this. It's Sunday for us. It's not going to interrupt anybody's quote unquote business on that day, because some of these communities are going to be there on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Shutting down their downtown might be it'd be a big deal for us too, but it's a Sunday for us. So the businesses that are downtown are going to benefit by having it closed off and having them eat, drink, and be merry down there and all over our community. But
They'll probably want to be closed on Monday.
they might want to they might want to rest up a little bit after Monday. But,
So don't plan any vacation right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'd be a blackout
Yep.
week.
Yep.
All right, HMU, Joe Ruschenberg.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I thought basically I'll just go over a few items that might be interested in on our last board meeting last Thursday. One of the items, we had Bill Lindley from Clay Energy, who is our purchases our gas, natural gas for the municipality. He was there to discuss natural gas prepay option and wanted the board to approve to move forward so they can kind of get an agreement put together. But basically, we'd be one of 103 cities, municipalities that have gas systems to prepay or pre-purchase gas volume, about 70% of our gas. Basically, the savings is in the difference, since we're tax exempt. They work with that difference between tax exempt and non-exempt funding, I guess, of the money, that tax. So in other words, buying ahead with that tax exempt status, I'm explaining this correctly. HMU would see, and he's estimating HMU probably in a year we would see probably about $100,000 worth of savings or tax incentive coming back to HMU. So in other words, we'll save that each year. So it's going to be a good thing for HMU. I think it's been a while since we've even had the option of joining that group. So I think initially there was about 80. So they're adding about another 23 communities now. So I think about every 7 years they kind of look at those bonds and give other communities a chance to join that group. So it's going to be a great thing for us. So that was one of the items. Another highlight, I guess, goes back with our water system improvements project. As you know, things kind of ran over with the whole well 35. We ended up about a year later by the time we got that online. So we did work out with the contractor, change order number 9, which is a $100,000 deduction in what we're paying the contractor. So we worked that out, and that's just basically similar to liquidated damages, but basically it's to cover some additional engineering that we had to, and time on our end that we had with that change in the location of the well 35. So like I said, we're covering that additional expense plus a little bit more on top of that. So that was a good thing there. Another item, we had a resolution approving our telecom rates with both the cable TV, IPTV, phone, and internet services. Basically, we're looking at increasing internet speeds, doubling some of them, but we're increasing those speeds at no charge. So basically, if you have 100 meg, you'll go to 200 200 to go to 400, 400 to go to 600, 600 to 8, and I think 8 will go up to a gig. So,
And we did that 2 years ago too, right?
I think so, yeah.
Was that 2 years ago?
So basically, I
That
mean,
we doubled them
the
all?
internet transport's getting cheaper and cheaper for us, so I mean, we're able to do that without having to charge anymore.
Good deal.
And part of that rate schedule, if you want to call it that, we were just highlighting kind of on their price that we're going to charge for Fire Sticks, since we're selling Fire Sticks for the new IPTV. People can go out and buy their own, but we also offer that. We did just making sure we got that correct price on there for the Fire Sticks. Recording movies, shows, whatever on our IPTV, you're kind of blocked at a certain amount of storage that you had in the cloud. Once you got to that point, the latest one or the oldest would roll off. So we've got options, I think, where you can, I think there's 3 options where you can add additional storage to that by paying a certain amount. Same thing, additional streams. Right now with our RPT offering, you can stream up on up to 3 TVs. We're also given an option there where you pay, you know, I can't remember what the number is, but so much per additional stream. So you go to 4 or 5 streams if you wanted to. And another thing was we're adding an eFax option on our phone side. Well, I guess taken away from the phone, but it'll be internet-based as far as eFax. Next item, and this was under my CEO's report. We talked about the raw water system improvements project. Just an update on that. We're still got a small number of punch list items to finish, and we hope to have final completion of the project by March, our March meeting, March 26th, along with final payment on that project. So get that finished up. Gave an update too. HMU is currently reviewing material quotes for the electrical services to the new camping spots down at the fairgrounds. Installation will start soon as the materials arrive and weather allows. So I think they're projecting maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks to get that put in once we get the materials. So. And then just wanted to update too, or see if everybody saw in the paper that there was an article in there, Donald Cody had been awarded the Community Operator of the Year for 2025 by the Iowa Rural Water Association at their annual meeting. And that goes along with, in 2023, we had the Community Water System of the Year award to Iowa Water. So it's good for HMU, good for the community. That's all I got.
So you want to add the contract to the year and the contract for the company that we're going to use for getting discount for the gas and utility, and also to the bonding process of it.
Okay, repeat that again, Jarvis.
So the company we're talking about, that
Yeah, the
discounted rate,
Yep.
yeah. They mentioned about the contract that will be locked in those 8 years or 6 years.
Yeah, 7 years, and then those bonds will come back up again, and then they'll try to renew those bonds at a more favorable rate, so forth. So that happens about every 7 years.
And they mentioned there was no risk, is that correct?
Correct. I mean, so actually, they're just using our, if I explain this correctly, so they're using our tax exemption to purchase those bonds. So actually, I mean, there's no risk there. That risk is actually on the company that purchases those bonds. I mean, so it's kind of it's almost too good to be true, but I mean, it's worked, especially for these 80 that were in it. So now, like I said, they're adding another 20 communities or municipalities.
And it doesn't go against the city or HMU's total allowable bonding amount because
Correct.
it's that company.
Yep.
Statement of responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I was going to, because we're going to do a bonding year next year. I just want to make sure that total doesn't affect our.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Any questions? All right. Thank you.
Appreciate the update. Thanks, Joe.
Well, and we have on here Shelby County Sheriff's update. I don't know, we don't have a report though, do we? We didn't have.
We
a-
approved that at the second
Yeah,
meeting,
so,
but they come to the first meeting now because they have training on the third Tuesday, so.
Captain Butler, take it away.
TAC team training on that. third Tuesday. So for the month, last month we had 6 accidents, 25 traffic citations, 122 traffic warnings, 13 arrests, no criminal mischiefs, no thefts, 308 contacts, 4 welfare checks, 11 business or residential alarms, no animal complaints, and 1 burglary. What questions do you have?
Short month.
That's good.
Good. Thanks for the update,
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Comments from the public?
What's the difference between a theft and a burglary?
Burglary is to a structure, so it could be a garage, a house, a business, or a car. Theft is anything else.
Okay,
Take a candy bar.
thank you.
Oh, good question.
Good answer. Anything from up here?
Nope.
Full house today.
Yeah.
Somebody's,
I didn't think I'd see you tonight, so.
Any day now.
any day now.
Any day. Yes, it's,
He's gonna start having more gray hair.
yeah. Surreal.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.